Disabled American veteran here, living life in Medellin, Colombia. In this video, I want to talk about consistency because I've gotten a couple questions from you guys about, you put in claims and they want you to do a CNP, then it comes back denied and you can't figure it out. You keep filing these claims. Well, the one thing I'll tell you guys more than anything else is consistency. Whenever you're going to an appointment and you tell the doctor, look, my knee is bothering me. Let's just say your right knee for an example. And let's just say you had this appointment back in January. Okay, you get another appointment in March, you mention nothing about your knee. Another appointment in July, nothing about your knee. Another appointment in let's say October, you mention nothing about your knee. But then you decide to file a claim the following year in January for that right knee. Now, as a rater looking at that, you only see one time that you complained about your knee. The doctor didn't order any x-rays, didn't give you any kind of brace, didn't give you anything for it, other than the one time you mention it. Now, how consistent is that? It's not very consistent, is it? So let's look at that on the flip side. Let's say someone, using that same example, had an exam in January, they mentioned their right knee. Had the same exam in March, mention the right knee. Again, August, mention the right knee. October, mentions the right knee. Then goes file a claim. That's consistency. I'm not saying you have to do it that precise way, but those are things people look at when they say consistency. If you're continuously telling them about a problem, because everything you tell your doctor, they're supposed to write it down and put it in your medical records. And you have the opportunity to see every time you go to an exam, you can go to release of information and get a copy of what your doctor wrote. That way, if you disagree with what they wrote, you can talk to your doctor about it. Say, hey, I told you about my knee. You made no mention of it. Go back again. Hey, in this exam, I told you again about my knee. You made no mention of it. That is consistency, ladies and gentlemen. It is no different than anything else that you hear someone do over and over and over again is consistency. So if you want to win your claim, whether it's Social Security, Department of Veterans Affairs, Workman's Comp, the number one thing people look for is consistency. So I hope this video helped you guys out when you're going to your medical exam, or let me say this too before I go. It works the same way with your CNP exam. When you go get a CNP exam and say there's a problem with your knee, right? What is the one thing they want to do? They want to measure how far your knee can bend. And when they're taking those measurements, they want to see consistency. Did you go this way the first time and now you only move this way the second time? You understand what I'm saying? They look for consistency. They look for, okay, is this really bothering you? Or is this just something that you're telling us is bothering you just so you can get an increase? Because I'm making this video also to tell you guys that the biggest problem with the VA is that there are a lot of veterans out there faking disabilities, which making it harder for people who actually have legitimate disabilities to get approved, to get increases, because there are so many people out there pretending to be PTSD, pretending to have these injuries, which they really don't have. They're out there living normal lives, collecting checks and holding up the system, putting in these different claims, just bogging the system down and keeping people who legitimately have these issues from getting their benefits. Now, I'm not saying it's every single veteran, but there is a large percentage of people out there who are putting in claims knowing full well they're never going to get approved for these things, or are pretending to be something and then later on get caught, which makes it harder for people who have legitimate issues to get their benefits. But all right, guys, that's going to be it for now. I appreciate everybody watching as always. Until the next time, guys.